Alright guys, how's it going? Today we're looking at forks and spoons. Fucking spoons. Let's take a quick look at some. Alright guys, let's look at some fork and spoons. I'm always camping. I'm sure a lot of you guys like to keep utensils in your vehicle. Whether you're camping or just out and about or working, taking your lunch break, whatever. Here there's a tablespoon. These are regular. These are out of the utensil drawer in the kitchen, right? Teaspoon, tablespoon. They're just for size guide. Alright. I'll go through some of the ones I would never get anything that looks like this. This thing, the fork, is awkward to use. It doesn't work. And the spoon is so shallow, and I don't know what's the point in these. Here's another one I wouldn't get. When they've got the bottle opener, can opener situation here, it just leaves sharp edges. And this spoon is okay, but these dumpy short pronged forks with a serrated bit on the side, I mean, they're really no good for anything. The serration bit isn't good enough to cut anything. Same with that. It's just for looks. It actually does nothing. So they're garbage. Don't touch those things. This is just my opinion. Now these that come in a 3 set, they're pretty good. Knife, fork, spoon. But what tends to happen is you lose 1 bit or 2 bits, and then you're only left with a spoon. So they're okay, but not my ideal choice. So we'll put that to one side. Alright, let's look at the Borka Magnum Bon Appetit. Nice little knife, huh? Little knife. Utensils, whatever. Decent clip point on this. Alright, now this thing comes apart. Alright, so you got your knife. Let's move that a bit. You got your knife. Looks very nice this side, but this side looks not so nice. Yeah. And these things I'm just looking on Amazon right now. They're 30 odd bucks. I sure didn't pay that. Alright, so here's a middle section, the fork, and I don't know, a crappy bottle opener. Now, the fork isn't sharp. It'll probably do you in a pinch. And the last part, of course, which is nice on this side, not so nice this side. One thing to notice about this spoon is it has a kink in it, and which makes it right hand use only, yeah, so that the spoon faces you. You go left hand, it's away from you, so that's no good. Now look at the size comparison to a ordinary teaspoon. That spoon is tiny on this Borka, so and it's very shallow too, so you're not going to be able to scoop much up. I mean, if you're eating soup or something, it'll take you all day to eat a bowl of soup with that thing. Again, regular teaspoon. Alright, so really, although the Borka looks pretty and all, I don't rate it. I really don't. Not myself, I just don't. Let's put this thing back together. The other thing about these is, you have it in your pocket, like you want it like a whole bone utensil set or something. Alright, fine, but they come apart in your pocket. The slightest knock and then they're falling apart. Not falling apart as such, but each section comes apart, so they're no good. I don't rate them. Too expensive. Falls apart in your pocket. So I don't really rate that either. Alright, we're getting back down to the last few. Now these ones with the spring, they do a fork version and a spoon version, or a spork. I hate sporks. It's neither good at being a spoon nor good at being a fork. You can't pick nothing up with that like a fork. You just can't. So the spoke I don't rate. If this was the regular spoon or the regular fork, yeah, they're pretty good. I like them. Right, now we're getting somewhere here to what I actually like to use. JSWS, they sent me this, and I love it. I'm camping all the time. Now, it does come apart into two parts, but we got everything in here. We've got a knife, fork, spoon, corkscrew, some other stuff. Let's take a look. Alright, so here's the fork. And yeah, it's a good size fork. Unlike the Boca, let's get the Boca fork out. I mean, look at that, that's like a doll's fork next to this one. This one on the JSWS is a fork for using. You could stab your chips. You can eat with that one. This thing is just too small. And these spoke things, yeah, forget it. Alright, let's see what else this tool has. Let's look at the spoon. Now the spoon is a good size. There's the regular teaspoon that we use in size comparison. This is slightly bigger, but it's a much better shape. Nice and kind of flat rounded there, where your regular teaspoon is pointy ended. Now this is better for scooting out the bottom of your billy can or whatever you're eating out of. And the handle gives you good length too for getting down into your billy can. Much longer than a regular teaspoon, right? We've got a much bigger handle here. Alright, let's put the spoon section away, and we have the corkscrew. We have the corkscrew here, and it's a proper corkscrew with this for levering off the bottle. You know, it's a well thought out tool, it really is. So, and we have a knife in here too, and that locks into position, so it is a lock knife. And this thing looks like a butter knife, yeah. It's not very pokey, it's not meant to be, but it's sharp. Those serrations are very sharp. So if you need a knife, which isn't the priority for me when I'm looking at these things, I'm more looking at spoons and forks, because I'm always carrying at least one knife in my pockets. More like 3 knives normally at least. Alright, now let's fold this thing away. Yeah, I like this one. I keep this one in my van, and you see there it's dirtier because I'm using the thing all the time. Let's get back on here. Alright, there we go. So this is quite a compact little kit with a decent sized spoon, decent sized fork, a knife that cuts, and a corkscrew. And there's something else in here. Yes, there is. There's a can opener and a bottle opener. I think that's it in there. Every time I look at it, it looks like there's more in it. So that I do recommend from JSWS. Now these things are on Amazon right now. They're around about $14–15 for that. And the Magnum, which I don't recommend, like I say, they're about $35 right now. Alright, the other thing, the last thing that I recommend is these. I think these are great. Alright, so this is $10 for this pack. We got 3 forks and 3 spoons. Now let's look at this spoon size for a start. There's our guide, teaspoon. It's wider. It's got a decent bowl in it, yeah. You can eat your breakfast cereal with this, no problems. But the best thing about it, apart from, of course, stainless steel, is you can fold them up just like that. And that will fit in your 5th pocket very easily. I can fit a knife and this in my 5th pocket. And it's just handy to have a spoon around with you if you want to make a coffee or whatever. I mean, leave some of these in your vehicles. I think they're great. And the fork as well, it's a decent sized fork. Again, they fold up. I mean, you've got all of these for $10, which is pretty good value. I mean, you and a buddy could split one and you get, you know, there you go, 3 spoons, 3 forks, great value. So I recommend these. I recommend the JSWS. Like I say, nope, not on the bokeh, not on these because you lose them. These things are just garbage. They're alright, but don't get the spork, get the fork or spoon. I will put links down below for these and the JSWS and the bokeh in case somebody wants it, but I wouldn't recommend. Definitely not for $35. But if you want it for your collection or you really like it and you're right-handed, go for it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you later. Have a good one.